Emotions continue to run high here at Hoerskool Driehook in the Vaal as the pupils as well as parents and the community try to come to terms with a tragic incident that occurred here on Friday. 4 learners passed away when a cement walkway collapsed here at the school on Friday morning, and 20 others remain in intensive care. Trauma counselling is currently being held here at the school to help both the community as well as pupils and the teachers come to terms with this incident. To speak more on this, we're joined by a local community activist who's been part of one of the foundations that are speaking with pupils as well as their parents here at the school. Good afternoon. Thank you for speaking to us. Can you tell us what is the sentiment here? What is the feeling and emotions here at the school at the moment?
I think it's quite fair to say it's ebb and flow, it's up and down. This morning I am very weak and not feeling okay because of the WhatsApp's request for help, and also because of the weather. The sun is still not shining again today, and it's not okay because I think everybody is really hurting. In trauma, we know that there's a situation, freeze, flight or fight, and we hear stories how these children are traumatized, some still frozen, some still not knowing how to deal with this, that don't want to come back to the school. It's just immense. So I think people know that the children are hurting, families are hurting, and I think we are walking the best we can as a community, and the same is for the learners and the teachers and the families involved.
As a parent, if you're a child was one of the learners here who are either involved in the incident, or been hurt in it, or someone who witnessed or lost a friend, how does a parent help their child? What steps should they be taking? What should they be looking out for?
I think it's, for me, 10 years at the trauma center, I would like to say to the parents to just, relax and to comfort them. And if they don't want to be comforted, like I just heard here, the mother who said, but she's treating me badly, she doesn't even want me to hold. That is okay. Acknowledge the children's feelings. Don't push them to talk. Observe. Keep your eye on them. And at the school, there's a list of professional people. There's churches involved. We at the trauma center are arranging to have people there 24/7. So you know what? Just breathe and realize that your child has been traumatized, and there's only 3 reactions: flight, freeze, or fight. And if any of those things are visible in your child, what is the word I want to use? Accept it for what it is and try to get help for them. If you need to speak to them, allow them to speak. And if they're not ready to speak, accept that. Don't push them. So you know what these children saw, I call it ground zero. It was like a war zone in seconds. I hear stories that really rips my heart out, because I cannot think at the age of 50 that I've ever seen what some of these kids have seen there when everything happened. It's immense.
Do you think that the school needs to ensure that this trauma counselling goes on for a while and doesn't stop just in the next few days when school starts?
I think the school will do everything in their power to make sure that this happens. But I think as a community member, as an activist, as somebody who wants to call out to churches, to anybody who has the calmness in their heart and who knows a little bit about trauma and debriefing, to really show up all the time. We at the trauma center are asking volunteers to come and report so that we can, especially after hours on weekends, have a place where these children and families can come to actually be debriefed, speak to somebody, and to be helped. So we believe, we acknowledge, and I think everybody here knows, this is not going to stop next week or even the week after that. This might continue for months and even years. And we are willing as a community to look after our children, to look after our teachers, our principal, and even our families that is devastated by what happened here on the 1st of February.
Thank you so much. That was the NGO speaking to us here outside Hoerskool Driehook, where the pupils at the school witnessed the collapse off a bridgeway here at school in the morning, killing some of their classmates. Here, trauma counselling continues to happen to ensure that closure can be found and that these pupils can rebuild their lives. Schooling is expected to start for the matriculants tomorrow, and it will continue for the rest of the school on Monday.
A fire has caused